and welcome to my video lecture series. So today we are going to start with a new part, that is about incomplete dominance and codominance. So first of all, let us start with incomplete dominance. Now this incomplete dominance, it is not going to follow the first law of Mendel. Okay, if you remember the first law of Mendel, let me show that to you with the help of a cross. Suppose if we take two plants, both are pure tall plant and the pure dwarf plant, then the F1 generation which we get, all the plants are tall, and that is because the capital T is a dominant gene, it shows its effect in the F1 generation, and the small t is a recessive gene which cannot show its effect. So that is called as the law of dominant, and all the F1 plants are tall. Okay, so that is called law of dominance. However, now let me show you this incomplete dominance with the help of an example. So the plant that I am going to use over here, the name of that plant is Mirabilis jalapa. Okay, this is the scientific name of the plant, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a cross now. I'm going to write down the genotype, capital R, capital R. So this is basically the Mirabilis jalapa plant which is having red colored flowers. So let me write it down over here in the bracket, red colored. Okay, and this capital R is crossed with small r. So small r is the Mirabilis jalapa plant which is having white colored flowers. Now if you were supposed to if you were going to solve this cross using Mendel's first law, then what would have been the result? You would have got a hybrid capital R small r, and you would have written the phenotype of that plant as red, because capital R would be dominant to small r, right? But here this is an example of incomplete dominance. So anyway, writing down that these are parents, correct? Then the next step is you write down the gametes. So each one is going to have a single gamete. This is going to have capital R as the gamete, and this is going to have small r as the gamete, and then we have to combine the gametes and we get the F1 generation. F1 generation is going to be capital R small r, correct? Now this is called as the first filial generation, or it is also called as the F1 generation. Now what do I write the phenotype? Should I write it red or white? So most of you will say it should be red. No, this is not following Mendel's first law. So what happens over here is all the F1 plants which are produced, they are having pink colored flowers. Now if you know, pink is an intermediate color when red and white are mixed. So here what is happening is both the alleles capital R and small r, they are exerting their effect, and because of that what is happening is the final effect which is coming, that is a mixed effect, because capital R is trying to be dominant, small r is also trying to be dominant. So red and white, both colors are coming through, and what you get as a final product is a white pink color. So this is called as incomplete dominance. Why is it called as incomplete dominance? Because neither of the alleles are able to show their dominance completely, and because of that there is mixing of characters, or there is mixing of allele effect. If you want, I will write it down in the bracket over here. Okay, mixing of allele effect takes place, and that is why it is called as incomplete dominance, because neither red is dominant over white or white is dominant over red, but both are trying to show their effect equally, and there is a mixing of both the effects of the G alleles, and that is why you get that pink color. This is called incomplete dominance. So you get a totally different phenotype. Now if we self this F1 hybrid, okay, so now the selfing you can do using a Punnett square. I am directly going to write down the individuals of the F2 generation. So let me write down over here F2 generation. Okay, so F2 generation, if you see, that means you are going to cross this capital R small r with capital R small r. Okay, you will get basically 4 offsprings which are going to be capital R, capital R, capital R small r, capital R small r, and small r small r. Now Can you tell me the phenotypes of all these individuals? So capital R is going to be red. Capital R, small r, mixing of characters, so pink. Again, this will be pink, and the last one will be white. So what is the phenotypic ratio? The phenotypic ratio is red is to pink is to white, and that is going to be 1:2:1. I hope you are getting this point. So the phenotypic ratio in the case of incomplete dominance is 1:2:1. Okay, and here I am going to write down red is to pink is to white. If you remember, in the case of Mendel's first law of complete dominance, the phenotypic ratio was 3:1, but here it is 1:2:1. What will be the genotypic ratio? Can you people help me in finding out the genotypic ratio? So let me write it down over here, genotypic ratio. Now the genotypic ratio is going to be, if you see the genotypes, capital R is one of the genotypes, capital R, small r is the second, and the third is small r. So again the ratio is 1:2:1. Okay, 1 is going to be capital R, 2 is going to be capital R, small r, this is small r. So in the case of incomplete dominance, both phenotypic and genotypic ratios are the same. In the case of Mendel's first law of dominance, the phenotypic ratio is 3:1, genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So please remember this. I hope incomplete dominance is clear. It doesn't follow Mendel's first law of dominance. Okay. Now, coming to the second type of a cross, and that I am going to show you with the help of an example which is called as codominance. Okay, so let me write that down. Now codominance is very similar to incomplete dominance, so let me write that. Now again, codominance doesn't follow the first law of Mendel, so it is going to be very different from the first law. Now here we are going to take the example of cattle. Okay, and the character that we are going to consider is cattle color. Let me write it down over here. Okay, so basically the cattle color that we are going to take is reddish color. Okay, then we are going to take a white colored cattle. So these are the two types of cattle coat color. So what I mean by cattle color is the fur which is present on the cattle. We are going to take two colors. First is going to be a slightly reddish, or I can over here write down slightly reddish brownish color, and the other type of cattle that I'm going to use is going to have a white colored fur. Okay, now how do I show you the cross? So again I am going to write down the genotype. The genotype is capital R. This is the reddish, or this is the brownish coat colored cattle, and it is going to be crossed with white color. White I am going to represent as smaller. So this is a whitish coat colored cattle. Just imagine two cows, one having brown coat color, other having white coat color. Now these are the parents, so let us write down over here parents. Please write down these words whenever you are showing the cross. Next thing that you have to show is the gametes. So over here the gamete is going to be capital R, here it is going to be small r, and please write down over here gametes. Then you have to show the combination of gametes. So you are going to show the F1 hybrid which is formed, which is called capital R, small r. So over here I am going to write down F1 generation. Now what will be the coat color of the F1 generation? If we were using Mendel's first law, it would have been reddish or brownish. However, this is not complete dominance, this is codominance. So the color over here that you get, that color is called as, I'm going to write it down in the bracket, Rouen coat color. Okay, now what is Rouen coat color? So Rouen coat color is a coat color having white areas and also reddish brown areas. Okay, so I will show you this with a diagram. Suppose if okay, so let me just take this color. Okay, just imagine that this is the cattle having red colored coat, okay, and it is crossed with a cattle having white colored coat. Okay, this is the white colored coat. These are the parents. Now when you cross these two, the F1 generation that you get, that is capital R small r, and that capital R small r is going to be something like this. So if you see the coat of that cattle, it is going to be something like this. There are going to be red areas, okay, and also there are going to be white areas in that coat. I hope you are getting this point. So the coat is having both red patches and white patches, and this is basically your capital R small r. This is your capital R, and this is your small r, small r. Are you getting this? So here you are not getting a pink colored coat color. The mixing of alleles is not occurring. Both the alleles are being dominant at the same time, and both are equally dominant, and both are able to show their effect equally without mixing. In the case of incomplete dominance, what was happening is red color and white color, both those effects were mixing with each other, so the third type of phenotype was occurring, that was pink. But here you are having individual red areas in the coat, individual white areas. They are not mixing, but they are both showing their effect. So this is called codominance. So we use the word co when both of them are showing some effect together and both the effects are equally strong. And such a coat having both those spots, that is called as a Rouen coat colored, having reddish brownish areas also and whitish areas also. Now, what will be the phenotypic and genotypic ratio? Can you guess? So again, let us do the cross, the F2 generation that you will get. Okay, so F2 generation, for that we will have to cross the capital R small r with capital R small r, and the offsprings that you will get are going to be capital R, capital R, capital R small r, capital R small r, and small r small r. Again, let us write down their phenotypes. So this is which colored coat? This is red or brown colored coat. This is Rouen colored coat. This is Rouen colored coat, and this is white colored coat. So what will be the phenotypic ratio? Yes, can anybody tell me? So the phenotypic ratio is again going to be 1:2:1. Is this clear? Okay, 1 is going to be red, 2 is going to be Rouen, and 1 is going to be white. So this is the same as the phenotypic ratio in incomplete dominance. What will be the genotypic ratio? Again, the genotypic ratio will also be the same as the phenotypic ratio as we had seen in incomplete dominance, and we are going to get that as 1:2:1. So 1 is going to be capital R, 2 is going to be capital R small r, and this is going to be small r. So please remember, in incomplete dominance and codominance, the genotypic and phenotypic ratios are the same, and they are 1:2:1. If you are using Mendel's first law of dominance, the phenotypic ratio is 3:1, the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So with that, we finish this lecture, which was based on incomplete dominance and codominance. I hope this lecture was helpful. Do put in a like, comment, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and also press the bell icon so that you get regular updates from my side. Thanks a lot.